I'm not leaving. I'm not fucking leaving! The show goes on! This is my home! They're gonna need a fucking wrecking ball to take me out of here! They're gonna need to send in the National Guard or fucking SWAT team, because I ain't going nowhere!
Yeah, I'm not going anywhere yet. No. I'm not gonna let someone make me feel like I have to end this series. I'm gonna keep going. So, we're almost done with the I guess the chassis parts for this. So we're gonna upgrade that. We almost ran the entirety of the 360 sprint. I just haven't yet run like the Knoxville one, right at the very end. But we're gonna upgrade that. I don't really have the proper personnel, so I'm burning money this way. I know, ooh, evil me. I know that's not the right thing to do. I'm living on the edge right now. Oh baby, call the National Guard because I'm doing the naughty, not putting my personnel to the spot that they're supposed to be in. But I'll actually have enough to upgrade all this without even worrying about that. So that's good. But I will run. Oh, we get an up. Oh, oh. Completely full upgrade. Hey, it took 80 parts, but we finally upgraded a car to 100%. So yeah, all that's maxed out. The car is about as good as it possibly can be. I just want to run the 360 sprint, finish that up because we only had one more race left before everything went haywire. So I'll do that real quick. Also, sorry that the heater's on. It's single digits here. So I'm hoping that, that's okay. No one's going to have a problem with that. Like, no one's going to get salty that I'm trying to stay warm. I hope not. I don't know. I mean, there's some probably freakazoids out there that probably are offended by that because it's ruining the audio quality, but why should I give a shit anymore? In fact, the ads in this video are just at the beginning and end. I'm not even going to put things in the middle anymore like I used to, because I always used to put them around, like, obviously at the beginning, around the 4-minute mark, 12 minutes, then 20, then 28. Usually after the 4 minutes, everyone else is like 8 minutes. But I'm not gonna do that anymore. Make it easier on myself. Just repair all of this. That's a lot of money that we spend. So yeah, there's nothing really different here. We got 5 wins, which is exactly like I was saying in the other video, the same as Wu22. We did pretty much dominate. We have a massive point lead, but we weren't just winning every race. It's in this weird zone where we're not winning a lot, but we're also being consistent. It's really weird how going down 2 notches does this to the standings where we have... You can't see it, but my points are at 3614, and they're at 3,312, so we have almost a 300-point lead. I don't know how to make it make sense unless I finagle with the settings more, but I don't really feel like I should have to do that. Maybe there's a way to make the AI a little more competitive, but this is an off-camera thing. I don't know if it's really important. Maybe in the wingless sprints, I'll adjust it. I don't know what to really adjust it to at this point. Maybe make the skill gap more narrow. I mean, that's kind of what we did in the heat games. We made the skill gap for the AI like more narrow. So a low value would make it feel a little more tighter. So maybe around 25. Maybe that would be better. I'm not really sure. Maybe I'm just going off what worked in the heat games because the heat game is based on Unity Engine, so I'm thinking that pattern might continue here. I don't know. We're just experimenting, just trying stuff, so we can maybe have a threshold where we can still win, but we're still going to be challenged. If I bump up to 102, then we're not going to win races, but we're going to be competitive enough to win a championship. So I'm lost. I wish I could have both. But I don't know. Let's just get on to Knoxville. I'm not going to show the whole race. We're just going to cut to the end. But we're almost done with this like season. It's funny how the Pro Late model here is like 40 laps, but then the 360 sprint's 25. It's interesting. I don't know what really to make of it. Just something to point out. Is that okay for me to do? Like, is that complaining? I don't know. I guess it is. Maybe. I don't know. I just wanted to point it out. And also the preference, yes, the difficulty is at 100. It's not try hard 105. I don't feel like going through the setups and stuff. That's how I want to approach the game. Sorry, that's metaphorically wrong. That's still crazy, even on 100 difficulty. This showcase is still going to be like really difficult. So we're not going to win, or we're not going to really come close to even a top 5, but we'll get out here in probably decent enough finishing position. I wonder if picking the that difficulty, making it more narrow, affected the times. I don't really know. This is me trying it out for the first time. So I'm kind of in like uncharted territory with that, with this game, because I never even adjusted that in U22, so don't know, but 21st is definitely not anywhere near the goal time. But this is a showcase, so I kind of expect that. My other championship competitors nowhere near me. We literally could just skip this race and be fine in points. Like, that's how big of a lead we had. We could have skipped the last 2 races even, honestly. But yeah, we'll see what we can do. Usually we always do better in the main than what we do in the what qualifying shows. This might not be the best track to actually mess with the settings with the skill range, because this is a showcase, so it's not real. I'm not going to get a real like accurate reading of it when I'm going up against, you know, the same people on my tier. So gonna have to keep that in mind when we're racing here today. We got 3rd. We're trying to get 3rd. We're in the process of trying to get 3rd. Also, it is something I have learned that, I guess with 360 sprints, you can keep the car as tight as you want, and it doesn't really change. At least to me, it doesn't really feel like it gets any worse during a run. Now, the Pro late model, it absolutely did. I definitely felt a difference, so I have to definitely adjust that accordingly. Oh yeah, we gotta do a B main because, you know, we got 4th, so. I mean, it's the same stuff, so. I wonder if me and Martina are like linked in a way where in Martina's universe, she gets scrutinized for like everything she does. Like, she can't sit on a chair wrong, she can't put on a helmet right. People will yell at her for it. It's like what she has to deal with in the real world in the video game land is like what I have to deal with the comments. I wonder if that would be like the lore headcanon. She's like the Stanley SquarePants of her universe. My big question still is, how come in the B main we take the lead and just pull away from everybody else by like 3+ seconds? Why can't we do that in the heat? Not like lead or like just make it into the heat, make it through the finish 3rd or whatever in the heat and move on. Why do we gotta do this? Why am I in like such a weird zone where I'm too slow in the heat, but then way too fast in the B main? We're starting P19, so 2 spots better than where we qualified. I don't know why this is turning into me just talking about the race, but it actually feels kind of nice to feel like clean or vindicated of just not worrying about the dumb shit anymore, and I can now just focus on the game, because it really isn't that bad. I mean, it's a little bit annoying how it's so much like Route 22, but lowering difficulty has made that a lot more tolerable, which is honestly what I should have done from the very beginning. So now I know to do that. I just really can't believe that when I uninstalled the game, it didn't delete my progress. I know I should have been mentioning that like right at the very beginning of the video, but I'm very confused on that. I thought it would have just deleted everything and be fresh, because I was just ready to play this like off camera. Like, yeah, that was like literally a thing that was going to happen that I deleted in the original video. Post editor, what if? You could play that part in the video that I did in the last part, because that was going to be in part 79, but I cut it out. But you could put it here so to show that that is filmed. And I'm not gaslighting people or any type of nonsense. I just want to show this real quick. Is that okay? Is that a fucking okay? It's probably not in sync. It's probably like all off with the face cam, or not the face cam, but the game capture. But I just want to show the schedule. We got 5 wins, which is literally exactly how Woo 22 went, because this game is exactly like Woo 22. And I could not give less of a fucking shit about it. So there you go. These are our stats in the career mode. Why am I bringing that up? Because we're going to do something real freaking quick here. We're done. We're done with this game. We're uninstalling this fucking bullshit. I want no part of this. You're about to uninstall. Yeah, uninstall all of it. Fuck this game. Fuck this career mode. I don't want to come back to it. I slept on it to decide what I want to do. This is the best decision. And it's gone. Bye. Bye. No more fucking career mode. No more of this bullshit where people are fucking scrutinizing me for how I was playing the game. So no, fuck it. It's not worth it. It's not worth the time. We're moving up through the field. We're running about probably where we should be for a showcase. Maybe a little bit too good. I don't know, but this is, I'm fine with it for a showcase race standards. And that's kind of what this entire off-camera season's been like, where it's just like, yeah, this is literally where we probably should be running with a car that's like level 4 everything. I think that's an adequate representation of where we should be running. And we're getting exactly that for the majority of the season. So, no complaints there. I got some big complaints there. That's a fucking hellacious wreck, and we just hit him. That was all levels of just fatal written all over that. So yeah, that's another just like fun factoid of part 79 that was almost gonna, like, I really tried to just end the series by uninstalling the game, but I didn't know that when you reinstalled it, because I was just gonna reinstall it to just play the game off camera, because that was gonna be more fun. But then when I booted up the game, it kept all of my progress. Didn't know you could do that. I didn't know that was a thing. So today I learned. I wonder if someone in the comments is gonna be like, "He didn't really freaking uninstall the game. He didn't really lose his progress." It's like, I didn't know. I didn't freaking know. But now I do know. And I guess through sheer miracle, Christmas miracle or post-Christmas miracle, this series continues. It was one of those things where I was sleeping on it, and I was just like, I could end it like that, but I just don't feel right that some fuckwad's gonna motivate this series to end sooner because I was annoyed with it. I was like, nah, I'm not gonna do that. I was looking away from the screen, but I'm not gonna let that happen. Now the car is really tight, but it don't matter. We got a 300-point lead. It really does not matter. Someone's gonna be very salty that part 80 is just another recap episode. Very sorry. I know. I can understand the frustration. Lost the white flag. We've been riding down Youngquist a little bit, but our car is pretty damaged. We at least seem to have like an 8th place car, but I screwed it up because world's worst dirt racer in history of YouTube at it again. So we're bringing home 11th, but that's honestly pretty fair. So really no complaints there. So that's it for the 360 sprint. I don't know. Did we lose points to Ashley? We did lose points to Ashley. Ashley and Youngquist were really the only two that were, I can't even see the only two, I guess it was just mainly Ashley. That was close. But we actually had more winners in the top 10, which is interesting, like, compared to before. So, I don't know. I didn't really notice the skill gap being much of a, again, it's hard to gauge on a showcase, but I don't know if that did much there, but for the wingless sprints, I guess we'll have a better understanding on that. Maybe it'll make it a little tougher on 100. I'm not really sure, but I don't know. We'll find out. Oh, Martina's getting addicted to the championship. She's starting to get ego. We can't go with that. Look at her. I mean, my God. I don't understand. I still don't understand it. It still baffles me. Why was these regional cars a lot easier? I guess the Pro Late model was a little bit hard. I'll give it that. But in terms of the, I don't know. Their overall performance wasn't like the 360 sprint. It's just weird, you would think it'd be a little bit harder. I don't know, I can't make sense. I'm just pointing it out. Sorry. So with that, we'll go to national, and we'll start the wingless sprints. So it's 39 races. Next part we'll probably go a lot more ham on just doing 4 races per episode or something, or maybe even 5 if we're gonna knock these out really fast, because the laps aren't really any longer in any of these series, so hard to say, but payouts are a lot better as expected when you go up through the ranks. It's just normal. So the settings, I think we're just going to keep it at the difficulty we have it at. The only thing I worry about is making it too easy, but then if I set it to 102, then it's like, then again with these type of vehicles, like we saw that in the 360 sprints, even a Sprint 305, it's just naturally a little bit easier than the street stocks or Pro Late models. Maybe it's because there's more wheel-to-wheel contact, so there's more chances for yellows. Maybe that's it. And more cars can get damaged, and that can affect it. I'm assuming it has something to do with that, so maybe that's why it's easier. So when we get to the actual World of Outlaws and we go to the actual late model, it'll probably be way harder than the Sprint 410s. That's my prediction. That's what I'm assuming. Is that okay for me to assume? Is that okay for me to speculate? God, I hope so. I think it's kind of fun to kind of see what I'm trying to think of, or I'm trying to anticipate what the game may do, and then it subverts me. It's like, oh, well, I wasn't expecting it. Is that okay? Like, I don't know, but... Alright, we're going to do some bonus race. We're going to be running at Volusia. One thing I'm going to do to the settings is I'm going to bump it up to 102. I was actually running some practice laps, and we were literally just completely destroying the field. So, I don't know if that's a Volusia issue or what, but we're going to do that. Maybe that's just, the wingless sprints just aren't as tough. I don't know, and then maybe the regular, like, World of Outlaws late model will be way tougher. I don't really know, but that's what we're going to do for the season, and I'm hoping that will be good enough to win a championship and move on in one fell swoop. But we'll see. Let's get into it. Alright, so interesting. So the goal time was like a 14.7. Now it's a 14.4. So it's 0.3 up, even though I went down 2 clicks, which usually translates to, I don't know, it being 0.2, like quicker, not 0.3. So that kind of confuses me a little bit. So that's usually not how the pattern has gone, you know, for these last 80 parts, but I don't know. Something to note. There's one thing I could point out right away is these are way faster, as I thought. We were hitting like 150s, like 130 in like regional. We're like cracking like 150s in these cars, so it's way faster. This is probably like the best track to race at with these cars, with this track, because it's just wide enough. It's a great introductory track. No problems with it. Last corner, that's about the times we're getting in practice. That's 4th. That's totally fine. I might have been able to get... Actually, that's about as fast as I really could have gone. 13.2. That's... Alright, yeah, we're within the window for everybody else. So that should translate to a top 5 run based on the trends. But that's a good start. I did just so much practicing for this track because I don't want it to be like a Grant Park situation where that was like our one and only real chance to win throughout the whole season. So I thought, you know, I'm going to really get some practice in for this first race, and I think it's paying off right now. We won that by about 0.4. That's, again, not bad. No questions there. We're just going to run into the dash. Starting P4 here in the dash. I have to kind of get used to the, like, what drivers to look out for. When I was practicing, I think I saw, like, Jackson running good, so that might be one name I have to remember that's going to be very quick. But I guess we'll find out as the season progresses, but we're running up, like, right up there with everyone else. Really no big problems. I just have to get used to the speed, though, because it's just, we're carrying a lot more horsepower. We're just faster. So I'm a little bit more off throttle time. So just gotta get used to that. Really like the paint scheme. Happy I went with the Auto Owners, like Truex looking car. Somewhat, it's sort of like that, but that light blue and everything really matches well with the black in the car. So it might be one of my favorites of the paint schemes I've devised thus far. But I guess we're just gonna start 4th and finish 4th, so it's really just a waste of time. Yeah, another case where we probably could have just skipped all of this and got to the main because nothing really happened in any of those. Starting P4 here in the main. Just got to be careful here on the start. I have to get careful with these cars in general just because we're carrying so much more speed. The closing race and everything is going to probably be even be a lot faster. This would definitely come in handy to have the mirror on, but I'm sure the PC version of this game will actually function really good to the point where you can probably actually keep the mirror on it. It's not going to lag the game some. I do have the car as tight as possible just because I don't want it to be skeeting left and right on the straightaways. It seems comfortable for me. Now, when we get to late models, it'll probably be a different story, but it seems to be fine now. If we just start 4th and finish 4th in this too, then literally nothing changed in this race. Like, where we started is exactly where we're gonna finish. It's like, is that the pattern for Volusia today? Oh my god! Man, they just threw themselves to the outside wall. That was violent. I mean, alright, we're P2 out of all that. That helps us out. They're going to have a lot of damage, so they're definitely not going to be as fast as they once were, because, I mean, I just looked up, and they just threw themselves. I mean, that was spectacular. I don't know if I have anything for really the leader. I think he's just too quick. Doesn't seem like it matters how I was approaching the corners. We were definitely not going to get to 3rd or 2nd, so, I mean, we got a shot. We indeed get a shot here, and I screwed up. And I was keeping up with them, but he's starting to pull away. Like I was saying, I don't think we have anything for him, so maybe this will be the start of our many 2nd place finishes. Oh, it's agonizing because we're right there. Like, we are right there with them, but we're just not fast enough. Maybe he gets bad. Oh, that's bad luck with the lap car. Imagine racing for 24th place and wrecking right in front of the leader. I mean, this gives us another chance. I mean, we're going to have to really kind of use some muscle to try to get by him because I don't think we have the car to do it. This is going to be basically a green-white checkered, but a scheduled one. Just try to get underneath them. I actually nipped the outside wall there, so there goes any chance we had of trying to get the lead off of him. And I screw up that corner, so we'll just lose another spot for the tee-hee-hees. That's annoying to lose second place after we rightfully deserved it, but that's how it goes. So that sucks, but that might have been our best shot to win this entire season. You don't know. Especially after how the Pro Late Models went. Not the Pro Late Models. 360s sprints when we ran at 102. Like, that might have been our best shot. Like, you don't know. So that may haunt me. Yeah, that was a very spectacular flip. I mean, damn. I guess that's going to be a good point finish. I'm not really sure who to look out for. I think Dixon Jr. sounds familiar. Vincent Jackson is another one. So, I don't know. But start off pretty good. You don't get much of anything, but that's kind of how it starts early on. Indeed game, we have made our debut. Sponsors Hope Torres is the next all-time great. I mean, probably. She's probably the greatest. Next up's I-55. I don't know how that's going to be with these cars. I guess we'll find out. We'll just repair everything just to be safe. 17,000 though? Do I have the right personnel? I do not have the right personnel. I gotta do that real quick. Get all the personnel we need. I'm assuming that's about as far up everything can go as like 20% for everything minus the crew chief. So I guess that's good to know in hindsight. I don't know. It's just we maxed those people out a long time ago. Been able to hit like 10.3s. That's about 7-8 tenths up on the goal time. Again, the goal time is set for like mid-30s, so being up by 8 tenths even, I don't think that's enough. I mean, we're gonna probably qualify outside of top 10 at this rate. Yeah, that's not gonna be good enough. Well, I'll eat my words. I'll proudly admit it. I'll eat my words a little bit. 10.1, that's way better than what I even did in practice, so we're relative to everyone else, so that's probably a top 5 run. I am going to lose my mind how I have to drive this car at this track. I don't know. I try to run the bottom, and it's like it grips up, and then it just shoots right. I don't know how to even explain it, but it's annoying me. We started second, finished third, so we'll skip all the qualifying dash, but now we're going to start 12th in the A main, so that sucks. I just can't believe bumping it up 2 notches can make it this much harder. Then if I go down lower, it makes it way easier. So do I have to do like exactly 101 to get that right balance? I don't know. It's hard to say. But try to do the best we can for this. Maybe they'll wreck and we'll get some, pity spots out of it. Again, I don't have, 2 hours of practice like I did for Volusia, so it's probably not going to be as good, but I don't know. It's just when I was practicing at Volusia, I mean, we were utterly destroying the field. I mean, it was like off camera. Like, it was like even in the main, we were just whipping them. And then we come here and we're running 11th. Like, how the fuck do you balance that out? Fuck this. I'm gonna go back to the fucking menu, lower it to 100, and we're gonna keep it at 100. I should have just won at Volusia and whipped the field, but I just got such a bad first impression, I thought I would change it. But no, fuck this game. It's not worth the time to... I'm not going to sit here and have a Google Doc chart trying to fucking figure out the difficulty for each series and track. That is way too damn time consuming. I'll just keep it at fucking 100. Fuck you. I'm not going to sit here and practice for 6 fucking hours for 3 tracks total. Like, I'm not... No. I only did it for this just because we're in this like weird limbo state where I didn't know what to do with the series. And just like... That's like the only case. I'm not going to stop recording, practice for 2 hours. I'm not going to take 8 hours to play this fucking game for one video. Fuck that. No. Watch, I'm going to fucking... If I whip the field's ass, I'm going to lose my mind. I don't know. Just get this fucking bullshit over with this game. It's obnoxious. Definitely not going to hit the 10.1 that we did in practice. That's still 7th, but again, I could have ran way faster. So if I got a 10.1, then I would have gotten pole. Oh my god, my brain is falling the fuck apart. Whatever, I can't anymore. It's not worth the fucking time. If we win races and dominate, then we win races and dominate. I'm not gonna sit here and try to fucking find the balance. Like, I need to actually adhere to the shit I've been saying. There, start second and finish second. Who cares? I'm sensing some fucking bullshit with this series, I can tell you that much, with how this is shaping up. I'm really starting to sense some fucking stupid shit's gonna piss me off in this. Whatever, don't care. Just get on with it, move on. I don't know why, like, that's the other thing too, certain tracks' difficulties are just way harder than others. Like, I'm not in the fucking mood! This game is really fucking, no, I lost a battery. Great, maybe I don't have to play anymore of this stupid shit today. If the battery, if that happened. That's great, yep. I'm just so fed up with this fucking stupid fucking game. Oh, what a shame. What a shame. I found the battery. Yeah, I guess the series continues. Wow. I smacked it off my thick-ass thigh, and the controller couldn't handle my greatness, and it just exploded itself. Fuck this so fucking stupid bullshit. Let's get this fucking series over with, and I don't want to be wrecking every fucking time. I'll put the fucking contact to 0. I thought 5% would be enough, but I'll fucking set it to 0, and we'll have it be real fucking tame. All I was trying to say is one track was real easy in Volusia, and then we come here and it's much tougher in terms of like the lap times and everything. That's all I wanted to say. I don't know why that. I don't know. These cars are way too damn fast. I don't have the talent or skill to have it because I am the worst dirt racer in the history of fucking YouTube. Gotta point that out. I gotta get my quota in. But it's the last fucking series I'll ever do with this stupid shit. I'll tell you that much. But hey, we're P4, so that's totally fair, reasonable. We'll finish there. I don't care. Well, this is cute. Everybody's just run up top. I mean, I'm actually able to kind of hang on a little bit. So that's comforting. I don't know if we're going to get to 3rd. But, I mean, I just want to get through this race, not wreck. That's all I want. That's a typical flip. That puts us up to 3rd and another yellow. Well, not another yellow, but just and a yellow. I guess another one for this episode, if that is grammatically correct. That's the other thing too. I bumped it down 2 clicks. So we're running like 11th, and now we're 3rd. Like that is such a wide net to cast of the difficulty adjustment. I don't know. That's just it's only 2 clicks, and I can't do anything right. Now I'm even more confused. Now I'm just amazing. How is it adjusting it 2 fucking clicks this big of a difference? Like, we should be maybe running 5th at this difficult. I don't know. I can't make sense of this shit. I want to be happy, but it's like, I don't know if I'm doing it straight up or it's bullshit. I have no idea anymore. I'm so tired of trying to figure this game out. Just get through this stupid race, and we can get on to the next stupid one much faster. I don't even know how to feel about that. I really don't. I have no idea. That should be awesome, but it's just, once again, difficulty sliders are more infuriating, because how do we go from running like 10th and then lowering it down 2 clicks should make them 2/10 slower, and then we just win? Like, what the fuck do I do? I don't know anymore. We're just gonna end this confusing episode and we'll go from there. That's too much rage for one day. Rough driving, but whatever. I just kind of question this game sometimes. Like, I don't know how to feel about that. Like, if I put it at 100 at Volusia, we were going to win that. So this would have been like 2 wins in a row. But then if I put it at 102, I'm so, it's one of the, I just wish it was just, I don't know. I miss playing the Heat games. I have it on the hardest difficulty. Well, if I win, well, there's nothing much more I could do because it's already hard. Here, it's like, well, I won, but it doesn't really feel like an earned win. But then if I go up 2 clicks and I get a 10th, and it's like, how is it so wide of a net to cast? It's just like, my brain can't handle it anymore. We're almost done with this fucking series. Just move on. We're done. I'm just gonna fuck off. Just get to the finish line. Not think about it. This is like a don't think, don't ask type of game, I guess. I don't know. I'm done. Bye.